Hello, my name is Del Ellis, the author of How to Sell Like a Carnivore and President and CEO of Del Ellis Sales Training International, unless you have a problem. Anyway, I've been doing this for about 41 years. I love what I do. It's just like anything. The better you get at it, the better you'll do at it. Today we're going to talk about, how do you get in to see somebody that keeps telling you I've been doing business with somebody else and I have no reason, no desire whatsoever to make a change. Well, these are excuses, okay? And so today what I'd like to do is share with you some insight on how to overcome this excuse. And if you can, grab a pen and piece of paper and take notes. You're going to have to memorize the techniques in the process if you're going to become more effective. Trust me, I have calluses on my fingers from writing so much. Now I type, I listen, I feed myself on sales training, I listen to sales training, I write out sales training. My whole job is either teaching someone like yourself how to become better or teaching myself how to become better. But I love what I do. It's a lot of fun, and I love the testimonials from my clients that that are doing well. The difference between one of my clients doing well and not doing well, the clients that do well are the ones that continue to train. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, you're going to have to continue to train. Whether it's with me or with somebody else, it doesn't, like Bruce Lee said, which martial arts is the best martial arts? Go whichever one helps you do what you want to accomplish, that's the best one for you. Same thing with sales training. Now, would I like you to come to me before somebody else? Absolutely. I mean, I'm not a greedy person. I just want everybody. So let's get started. And we're going to first, before we handle this objection or this excuse, we're going to go over the steps. Okay, step number one, whenever they give you an excuse or an objection, always agree with them. Never argue or fight. This is number one rule right here. If you start arguing, you start fighting, trying to prove that they're wrong, you're going to win the argument and you're going to lose the sale. Trust me. I've done it many times. I try not to do it anymore, but there's just certain people out there that just kind of tick you off. And if you can put your pride aside and listen to what they have to say, you can actually turn what they have to say or the excuses they give you into the sale, and that's what we want, isn't that right? The second thing I want to talk to you about is what I call using touchdown questions. Touchdown questions are 99% of the time they're going to say yes to you about. You do want to make more money, don't you? Making more sales is important to you, isn't that right? See, those are touchdown questions. Of course, the sooner you get trained, the sooner you'll be able to do so, won't you? Okay? So these are my game-changing questions. The sale could be going south on you. And by the way, here's a great rule. Whenever you get in trouble in selling, ask a question. Next, we're going to ask discovery questions. What are discovery questions? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Just like journalism. We need to gather this information because the more information you gather, the easier it is for you to make the sale. It's also going to get your clients mentally and emotionally involved. Now, in selling, that's the key. Get them mentally and emotionally involved. However, if you can't back it up by logic, those are the people who will tend to cancel on you, and we don't want any cancellations, do we? Okay, next, by asking these discovering questions, we're going to discover what their MMF is, or their main motivating factors. How some people do some things is how they do most things. So if we find out what their main motivating factor is with doing business with someone else, and we present our case, chances are they're going to give us an opportunity to for them to see our presentation. Now our next step, out of our steps is, after we find out their main motivating factor, is restate the advantages that they want in a question form. Okay, in a question form. We just want to verify that what they want. We understand what they want. We just want to make sure that that's what they want. And of course, we want to rephrase their excuses into a question form. And then we want to set up the consultation. You know, like I said, you'll take these same steps and alter them. You know, you can turn these into sales. And then, of course, step number 8 is after we set up the consultation or we ask for the consultation, always remain silent. Now, this is what I teach. Selling is not telling. It's asking and listening. Listen, listen, listen. Let's just say they say to you, we've been doing business with excuses for over 20 years and we have no reason to change. Most salespeople at that point, well, thank you very much, and they walk out the door. My question is to you is, what excuses do you give salespeople to get rid of them? Are they better at selling you the reasons why they shouldn't see you or buy from you, or are you better at giving them reasons why they should? It's real simple. That's the choice of 2 right there, the power of 2. So, we've been doing business excuses for now 20 years, and we have no reason to change whatsoever. Now remember, first thing we want to do is agree with them. And then what we want to do is start using touchdown questions to change the momentum of the sales process. So they say, we've been doing business for excuses for 20 years, we have no reason to change. Oh, I understand completely. Excuses is a great place to do business with, aren't they? Aren't they? What are they going to say? They just told us that there's no reason to change. We just took what they said, turned it around in the question form, and asked them, are we, we agreed with them. Business is a great place to do business with, aren't they? Can you imagine what they're going to be thinking to themselves right now? Now, our next step is we're going to ask discovery questions. Let me ask you something. How long have you been in business? How is the discovery question. Who, what, when, where, and why, and how. How long have you been in business? The guy says 30 years. Well, my lightning fast mind, I'm thinking, the guy tells me he's been doing business for 20 years. He's been in business 30 years. There had to be somebody before excuses, hasn't there? So I'm going to ask him, tell me, before you were using excuses, was there another company that you did business with?